everyone, Sean Smith here. Still here with Sam Handley, aka
Saha Delay.
There he is.
Here I am. I'm here.
So the second song that we want to talk about from the brand new EP, currently unnamed, but you probably know the name of it by now, it's the name is even in doubt for this one, but I think we've fell on wanting to call it City of Love, right?
Yeah, City of Love.
For a long time.
It was called Paris, originally Paris.
Yeah, which is actually interesting because of the way it was written. But yeah, so it was very, very similar with Sunrise, assuming that you watched the last video, that you sent me the track that was already made to this one. And straight away, what did I say? I said, this needs a rapper on it, not me.
yeah. So,
and you were like, "Nah, man, you can do this. You're gonna be great." It made me feel better.
I was trying to push Sean to step out of his comfort zone a bit and be a bit more experimental.
Yeah.
So I made this. It's a slow sort of R&B.
Yeah. It doesn't sound R&B the way it finished, does it? But
yeah.
Originally, when you sent me the track, I was like, I'm not sure this one's for me, man, because it needs a rapper on it, and I think I'll be doing the song an injustice by putting my vocal on it. And you were all for me doing it, even though you obviously love the track yourself.
Yeah. So the song, I made the whole beat on my Mac first on my own time. I didn't actually write the chords. I just used in Logic. They've put a new thing where it's like a piano sort of generator. There's a lot of AI magic being infused with music production now.
It makes us sound like we're not brilliant musicians.
Well, but it's really good for getting basic ideas going. And I don't know. People watching it might not have an idea about that, but sampling and
it's not AI though, is it? Or is it?
Yeah,
it is. Oh,
AI
wow.
and music productions colliding together right now. And within Logic, within the software, they've got, it's like a piano player AI thing, so you can change the settings and generate piano melodies and stuff like that, and it's really good for just like getting starting ideas going. So I was just playing around with that just for fun, and I was like, this sounds good, like it sounds nice. So I then took that and just structured a whole beat around it, all that sort of stuff. Again, simple idea, sent it to Sean. I took the piano and then added in more sounds where I did play on my keyboard and added melodies myself, which I did come up with. That wasn't AI generated. And the sound that I landed on, it kind of reminded me of Paris for some reason. Kind of like, I don't know what the sound is. Is it like not an accordion?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I do remember you leaving me with that because you airdropped it to me, if you remember, after we did a session on Sunrise.
Yeah, I airdropped it to Sean, and I just gave him one word. I just said Paris. Write something about that, and then what was it like?
Yeah, that's exactly.
2 days later or whatever.
Again, couldn't wait to get started on it, and do you know what? The inspiration usually comes to me after a show, funnily enough. So we're in a show on here, and I've got all the adoration of the crowd, and I'm feeling good, and I'm on quite a high, and then I come back and I'm still on that buzz of the show. And that's when, for some reason, these ideas just come to me. And I thought I'll put it on, and see what I come up with. And again, I just thought about that one word that you said about, and I thought, you're in Paris, and because we've already written Sunrise about miss my wife, and it reminded me, funnily enough, she's going to hate me for saying this, but we had a few little arguments before I came out. And she, I kind of wrote it around having an argument. So she'll probably kill me for saying this. But
what's funny is when I told Sean to write about Paris, I was thinking like, write a love song. He's done the complete opposite.
Well, it is a love song to some extent.
Yeah, it's more of a heartbreak song though.
Yeah.
But when I first heard it, I was like, yes. Again,
Yeah.
he sent it to me on a voice note, and I just played the voice note like on repeat. Played it to the wife as well, and she was loving it. And
I think what's
it's just like I wasn't expecting it to be that way.
yeah,
So it took me off guard, and that's what I liked. I loved that about it. Because
yeah,
when you think of Paris, you think about,
love.
and all that sort of stuff.
Well, I went to Paris when I was very, very young, and for some reason, people always said you feel a real sense of love there.
Because you've got all the so many people, propose at the top of the Eiffel
That's
Tower.
true.
You got that famous bridge with the padlocks on it.
Yeah. You also said, I want to play on words on the word Eiffel.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
I fell.
And I'd written the whole song, but I liked his idea, so we put a little extra line in there.
Yeah.
When we met, I fell.
Yeah.
And hopefully people get the nuance.
Do you want to talk?
What?
Do you want to talk about the ring line or?
Well, oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Your old man might like that.
No. So basically, we did a very early version, and I like I do with everything, I send it always to my sister, part of the band with me, of course, from back in the day, and also my parents, just because I want them to be proud of me or whatever, And straight away, my dad said. So one of the lines originally was. Took a trip to Paris, how did it end in sadness? How to come to this? What was it? No, left me high and dry on my own tonight. Lying on the terrace, thought you were my heiress. The original word was, figured I'm your king. And the reason for that was because me and my wife, like, we always big each other up like that. I'm like, you're my princess, you're my queen.
Yeah.
She's like,
I
king.
didn't think about anything like that. I just
Yeah.
thought. For me, I'm thinking about those horrible tattoos people get.
My dad said, "You're no one's king." I don't like that line. It's so un-PC, and he didn't like it at all. And every time I heard that line, I could just hear my dad's words in my mind. Yeah. And so I was like, "King, what rhymes with king? Ring."
Yeah. Even bought a ring.
So then you said. You like that better, because
of the whole proposal
at the top of the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, much better.
So it's weird. Like people listen to songs and don't realise what the reason is behind them. A lot of the time, they just want to connect to the lyric themselves. And I would say to anyone who's listening to the album, try to connect to the lyrics in a way that you do, because obviously. We're letting you know the reasoning behind the lyrics, but you might feel something completely different when you feel, and that's the beauty of art, isn't it, really? But that line, I couldn't listen to it without my dad in my ear, so we had to change it, and I think it's probably for the better, don't you?
Yeah. So, and we didn't record how we do it, like when we need to change one lyric, we won't re-record the whole thing, we'll just drop in one line, and then we'll edit it to make it all fit together.
Yeah, and then eventually we deliberately made that line stand out by putting some effects on it and stuff, didn't we?
It's a good line. It's a powerful line.
Yeah, it is, because it's like
more powerful than the king line.
I think because it makes it sadder, because you're assuming that this guy's going to propose, and it all fell apart, and it all fell apart over a stupid argument. But I mean, going back to it, that's the truth of it. Is I was holding on to some feelings because we had a bit of an argument before I came out here, where we couldn't seem to get over it, and I felt all those feelings of like, this is so stupid. How did we end up in this place? And that was the sentiment of the entire song, really. But I think also we should talk about the ending of it, because that was never the case, and that was just something that you came up with all your talents.
The little slowed down ending.
Yeah,
it's
quite dark, isn't it, in a way?
Was just inspired by other songs that I've listened to. To be fair, it's a technique that a lot of songs use nowadays, where they kind of half the speed of the song, and then it slows it down, and it makes this like really like dark sounding, moody part of the music. So I just did that, really, just as an outro to the song, just to see if Sean. Anytime I do something like drastic like that, I'll take it to Sean. I'll go, what do you think of this? And
Yeah.
most of the time he loves it, so it's great.
Anything that's cool
yeah.
like that, I'm just like, that is so cool. I don't know how you've done that. And in fact, I was like, how can we get more of it sometimes?
Yeah.
But I think
Because
it's perfect the way it is.
Yeah, I
obviously.
just wanted to make sure that he was happy with these little things. But as time's gone on,
Yeah.
he's telling me to do it now. He's like,
today was a perfect example because
Yeah.
I said, I think it needs a toll of a bell at the beginning just to set that scene of Paris.
Yeah.
I imagine like Hunchback of Notre Dame, you know, but that's Notre Dame, not Paris, obviously. but you know, it gives that French feel, and I liked it so much that we used it at the very end as well. In the end, and that's one of the cool things that's happened all the way through the EP. Is I really like that. Where can we get it in again? How, you know. And sometimes I'll go, no, don't like it there. Oh, let's try it there. Oh, it works there. And that's really at the end of each song, isn't it? When you're really in the production phase and all those last minute tweaks that make it extra. And that's kind of like where it's great to work together and actually do a proper session rather than doing things separately and sending different versions back and forth.
With every track we've had multiple versions, but Paris and Sunrise have had the most versions, just doing more mixes and then sent it off to get it mastered and then listened back again and gone, actually we could do this here, and then we've done it, and then we've listened to the one we've sent and then we can't unhear the changes we've made, so then we've had to do it all over again. So
I think each change has been worth it and made it better. And another thing that's happened is the songs have got better as we've gone on, and then we go back to them and go, wow, that we can actually go back to this and make it even better. But that's the beauty of being able to work in this way. But I think we've fallen on a fantastic version in the end. So proud of it. And although the sentiment of it is maybe a little sad, I think it's and especially now the chorus hits so well. It took a long while to be able to get that right, didn't it, with lots of different things that we've added in, but I think another absolute banger, and I hope that you guys watching love it as much as we enjoy producing it for you.